Wait, Trump wants to raise taxes on the rich? The billionaire? The businessman? The same man who once cut taxes for the wealthy? Now says, it's time the rich pay more? Is this real? Is it strategy? Or is it a shift that could flip the entire US tax system on its head? And more importantly, what does it mean for you, your wallet, and your future? This isn't just another tax update. This is a potential game changer for every American, rich, middle class, or just getting by. So before you scroll away, ask yourself this: why is Trump, of all people, targeting the rich this time? Let's break it down. Top tax bracket could rise again. All right, let's start with the biggest headline from this new plan. Trump wants to raise the top income tax bracket. Yeah, you heard that right. The same top rate that was dropped to 37% under his 2017 tax cuts could now go back up to 39.6%. Now, that might not sound huge at first glance, just a couple of percentage points, right? But here's the thing. That change hits anyone earning over $400,000 a year. We're talking about high-earning professionals, CEOs, entrepreneurs, and yes, some big influencers and tech creators too. And while many Americans won't hit that threshold, this change sends a loud message. If you're earning big, you're paying bigger. It's a move that puts pressure on the ultra-wealthy. But it also sparks a bigger debate. Will the rich actually pay more, or just find smarter ways to avoid it? Because let's be honest, with the right accountants, the tax code is like a game of chess. But from a political angle, this change helps Trump look like he's standing with the middle class, even if he's one of the richest guys in the room. And that's just the beginning. Capital gains under fire. Now here's where things get really interesting. Trump is eyeing changes to capital gains taxes. Yep, the tax you pay when you sell your stocks, real estate, or any big investment at a profit. That sweet low rate of 15% to 20%. It might not stay that sweet anymore. He's hinting at closing the gap between capital gains and regular income taxes, which means some rich investors could be taxed almost like regular workers. Imagine this for a second. You're a Wall Street exec making millions from selling stock, and now you're paying nearly 40% in taxes, just like someone earning a paycheck. That's a big shift, and honestly, it could change how the wealthy invest. It might slow down some high-stakes stock flipping, or push money toward tax-sheltered assets. But again, let's pause. Because while this sounds bold, the real question is, will Congress let it happen? Or will lobbyists for the wealthy shut it down behind closed doors? Because at the end of the day, raising capital gains taxes sounds fair until it hits the portfolios of the people writing the checks. Closing corporate loopholes. All right, let's talk about the elephant in the boardroom. Corporate tax loopholes. Because guess what? Trump, the businessman, now says he wants to shut down some of the tricks big companies use to dodge taxes. Yeah, that's a twist. You've probably heard about this before. Mega corporations making billions and paying almost zero in federal taxes. It's legal, it's sneaky, and it's been happening for years under both parties. But now, Trump's plan suggests it's time to level the playing field. He's reportedly pushing for limiting offshore tax shelters, capping deductions on executive bonuses, and forcing multinational companies to report real profits earned in America. Now that sounds great on paper, but let's be honest. Will billion-dollar corporations really let this happen? These are the same companies funding political campaigns and writing checks big enough to influence the laws they're supposed to follow. So while Trump's message is clear, big business needs to pay their share. The fight ahead, it's going to be nasty, complicated, and full of backroom deals. And again, the question lingers. Is this policy or just politics? Middle-class shield proposal. Now this one, it's the heart of Trump's new pitch. He's calling it a middle-class shield. What does that mean? It means, while the rich might see higher taxes, Trump wants to protect the average American from feeling the heat. We're talking about people earning under 400K a year, working class families, small business owners just trying to make it. According to early details, Trump wants to lock in the lower tax rates for the middle class that came with his 2017 tax cuts. In fact, he's hinting at even more relief for families with kids, people working 2 jobs, and low-income entrepreneurs. But here's the twist. While that sounds great, how do you fund those tax breaks if the rich start paying more and then start moving their money offshore? Or worse, what happens if the economy slows down and the tax revenue shrinks? Will that shield still hold? Or will the middle class get hit later when no one's looking? Trump's banking on one thing, that protecting the middle class and making the rich pay will win back trust and votes. But in a system designed to favor the powerful, can any plan truly shield the middle class? That's the big question. Strategic timing, 2026 rollout. Now here's something most people are missing. Why 2026? Why not now? Well, that's not just a random date. You see, the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, Trump's big tax reform, expires in 2025. So 2026? That's the perfect reset point. It's Trump's chance to reshape the narrative, rewrite the rules, and say, here's how I fix the system, again. But it's also a political play, because if he wins the election, 2026 becomes his first full policy year back in office. And this tax plan? It's the centerpiece of his comeback message. So whether you support it or not, this isn't just about taxes, it's about power, control, and rewriting the economy on his terms. So let's bring it all together. Trump's 2026 tax plan in 5 key moves. 1. Raise the top income tax bracket from 37% back to 39.6%. 2. Target capital gains, so the wealthy pay more when they sell investments. 3. Close corporate loopholes to stop tax dodging by billion-dollar companies. 4. Protect the middle class with what he calls a shield. 5. Time it all for 2026, when the old tax law sunsets and the new one can begin. It's bold, it's strategic, and honestly, it's very Trump. But now it's your turn. Is this tax plan a real solution, or a calculated move to win votes? Will the rich actually pay more, or just adapt and escape like always? And will the middle class really be protected, or left cleaning up the mess? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm reading all of them. And if you want real, unfiltered updates on how policies affect your money, your future, and your life, subscribe, tap the bell, and stay ahead. Because when it comes to taxes and power, the details always matter.